Hey everyone, it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel. So I thought I would share a little project with you and the products that I used to create my project. So first let me go ahead and show you the products and then I'll show you my project. So this is the Vintage Halloween 6x6 paper pack from Impression Obsession. This was released last month and it's got lots of fun Halloween designs, and if you like creepy, this is a good one to have in your stash. There's spider webs and skulls and creepy spiders and even some pumpkins and candy corn. So fun paper pad. So I used a small snippet of that. I also used this die, which is a set of 5 different stitching lines. So when you die cut this, it doesn't actually die cut a shape, it just impresses these stitch details into your paper. You can separate these if you want to, but I've chosen to keep mine all together, and then when I run it through my die cut machine, it just impresses all of these different cut lines into my project, and I love this die. So there's that one. I also used this tag. This is the stitched tag that has the fishtail banner as well as this little reinforcer decoration cap. So you would put it up here and then fold it over, and then you would have a decorated tag on both sides with this little reinforcer. And of course the fishtail banner fits nicely across the tag, or you can use it vertically like this, or not at all. So this is one of my absolute favorite tags. So I was happy to use that one today. And the other products I used are new releases for the month of August for Impression Obsession. I used this set here. Let me get a piece of paper so you can see it better. Let's see. All right. So this is a 4x4 stamp set by Jeanne, and it's called Voodoo Doll Sayings. And I think she did a really fun job on this set. I like the font that she chose, and I like all the little sentiments that she used. And you can see here I used the one that says thinking of you. There's those other two if you want to read those. So many pins, so little time. Too funny. And then I had a new die release in in August that I just received, so I wanted to make a project with it, and it is the Voodoo Doll Die Set. And this is just the cutest little thing. I am so happy to have this now in my collection of dies. So you get the doll itself, and he has stitching lines on his head, like scars basically on his side, maybe his appendix, and his arm. And then it comes with this wonky little heart, which I really love the shape of. It comes with great big suture marks. You could use these like stitching as well. It comes with an X that you can use for an eye. It comes with 4 little pins, and it comes with 2 buttons. One has 2 holes and the other one has 4 holes. And you can use those as buttons themselves, or you can use them as eyes. So let me show you what this little die set looks like when it's cut out. So basically I'm just going to cut it out on my little sidekick here. And the nice thing about this die is it does fit on the sidekick plate. So if you have one of these handy dandy little die machines, this one will work in the machine. And oops, I'm a little crooked there. There we go. So I love having this little machine here at my desk, and the smaller dies that I can run through it. It's just so handy. So if you don't have one of these little machines and you see one, especially if you see one on sale, snag it. It's an awesome little machine, and the plates last for a really long time. I've die cut on these hundreds of times. And so here's the little voodoo doll when he's die cut. And what I like to do is I like to just color the pieces as they're in the paper before I remove them. So for example, I'm going to color this X dark gray, and I'm going to color these suture lines dark gray as well. And then let's see, I might color the pins light gray, the metal portion of the pin, and then I'm going to use like an olive green maybe to color the pinheads. So doing it this way makes it a whole lot easier than die cutting all of these individual pieces out of different colors of cardstock. So there's that. I'm going to use a dark red to color the heart. See, and you don't even have to stay in the lines. I love that. And then for the eyes, I think I'll go ahead and color the buttons brown. And so that I don't have to punch out those little centers, because I'm probably not going to thread these buttons. Instead of punching out the little circles in the buttons, what I like to do is just color them black, and then it looks like they're actually punched out and sewn onto the doll. And you could actually use a really small fine liner to make like an X there with black as well. Let me show you. So here's a sepia colored fine liner. You might want to use black, but if you just make a quick X or a quick line here, then it looks like they're actually sewn on, and you don't have to punch them out and thread them and all that. So super cute. And then what else I like to do is I like to get a little bit of brown ink on a blending brush and just hit some of the edges of the doll, just to give him a little dimension. So there's all the pieces. And then you simply have to pop them out of the shape, and they come out super easy. So once you've got them all popped out, then you can decide where you want to place them on your doll. So I'm going to leave those little pins in there. So that's him. And let me go ahead and show you. So here's the back of my tag. I cut it out of craft colored cardstock. This is the heavyweight cardstock that you can get at Michael's or maybe Hobby Lobby. Michael's, I think. So it's a really nice 110-pound weight. I've die cut it twice. Here you can see that Halloween paper where I've die cut the top edge there just to be a little decorative piece. And I've added some cording here, really fine twine, just as my tag tie. And then I've distressed the edges a little bit of this tag so that they have a little bit of a rough edge look to them as well. And then look how cute this guy is. I think he is so fun. So here you can see on the tag where I die cut the stitched die set into the tag, and it actually doesn't cut a piece, it just cuts the stitch lines. I've stamped Jeannie's Thinking of You stamp there, and then I've created this cute little voodoo doll using all those little bits and pieces from the die set. What I love using these long pieces for is the short one can be a mouth, and you can have him smiling or not. And then I love using just pieces of them to add little areas where there may be more injury that has occurred. So for example, you can see here that I used one on his foot and one of them on his hip there, but you could also apply one to his arm, for example, or you could apply another one over here to his head. You could make him have a great big goofy smile like this, and then you would just snip off any extra, or even wrap it around the back side. You could actually have a big laceration across his belly. So I really, really love these pieces. I think they were a fun embellishment to add to this cute little die set. So I think he is just cute as can be. So there is his lacerated belly. There's one of his eyes. Let's see, we'll put this eye over here, a little bit different from this guy here. And I'll use this eye here. I think he is hysterical. So there's his little eyes. If I can get them to stop bouncing up and down. And then here's his heart. So here you can see I've got his heart on his chest, but maybe he wears his heart on his sleeve, so he's got it out here, or you know, maybe it's just out here next to him completely. You could attach it like this. You could actually put it where it's supposed to be, and then you could also put some of these little pins in it. You could put pins in his hands. And yes, these pieces are tiny, but they are not impossible to use. I have had no trouble with them at all. You could put pins in his heart. You could put a pin in his eye. And I am going to have so much fun with these because it's a running joke between me and my coworkers that if they don't mind their manners around me, I'm just going to get out their voodoo doll that I have of them. And we have one coworker who lives in Florida, and sometimes he gets a little lippy with me, and I tell him that he'd best not go swimming in the ocean on the weekend because he just lost an arm. So anyways, and I know I have to be careful too because I think my coworker Jigisha, I think she watches my videos. So hey girl. But anyway, I just thought this was a really fun set to create, and I just had a ball creating this little guy here. So anyway, I will leave links down below where you can find not only my Voodoo Doll die set, but my tag and this fun stitching line die set as well. And then of course, Jeannie's Voodoo Doll sayings stamp set too. So I thought this was fun for Halloween, perfect for little gag cards and tags, and just a lot of fun. So thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!